guys, it's Isaac here with another Minecraft video. Today we're going to go over your starter base in Minecraft. Now, every Minecraft player ever has their own unique way of making their bases, and some of them are rather jaw-dropping. But I am just going to go over some simple starter ones because while everyone tends to have their own unique style, it's always nice to have a bit of variation. First off, we have what my starter base tends to look like until I gain enough materials to make a larger build. As I continue to just expand upon the number of chests I have, rather than just actually create a starter house and fill it with chests. But I tend to just have something a bit like this in my area, and then maybe actually start my base quite a while later. Next we have one of the simplest houses possible in Minecraft. We have a basic tree house. This one doesn't look particularly nice because it's kind of hard to make nice tree houses in Minecraft without making an actual genuine custom tree. But this one is more for how practical it is than for how it's designed, as you can see by the floating bed, which I kind of didn't mean to do. But there's actually a decent amount of space, and pretty much all you have to do is break down one tree, make a crafting table, make some ladders, and put them in a different tree. I would generally advise using a larger tree than this, but this tree works because it's just a small starter base. Next we have a basic Minecraft house. Nothing about it is wrong. In fact, it includes one of my favorite blocks and a site. Well, technically it includes a staircase, but you know what I mean. And it's just basically the basic shape that everyone knows from day one of Minecraft, which is a rectangle. But then it's got like 3 more rectangles added onto it. Like the framework for something like this looks a little bit like, you start with this, which is kind of standard, and then you can just add this and this and then this. And there we go. That would make a pretty nice house. Although that's a bit more symmetrical than my one here, because you can see that this rectangle is a bit off center from that rectangle. But this framework would actually make a pretty nice house. Next up we have a sand house that you should have in a desert biome, including some birch wood as well, because that's a very complementary color to the sand. And you can see how we utilize the bottom texture of sandstone stairs, which is only like this in Java Edition. Although when you're in Bedrock Edition, so for some reason sandstone stairs has the bottom texture like this, and the side texture like that. But for some reason it has the bottom texture like this of regular sandstone or any of the other variations. But if you're playing in Java Edition, you can utilize the bottom texture of sandstone as a variation to great effect. And you can just have your standard storage, chest, or crafting table, furnace. Your storage is your chests. And yeah, you got your basic cactus and dead bushes, showing that it's a desert biome. Some nice color variation to the very yellowish, whitish, brownish color of sand and birch. Next we have a camp. This is in a dark oak biome, although I've used some oak wood as well, although you could usually find oak in dark oak biomes. And you can see how I utilized a lead to make the tent stand up. Usually I'd include a bit more shape with using stairs and slabs of probably stone bricks or something like that. But because this is a starter base, I didn't want to use too many materials because the wool actually would probably take quite a while to get of sheep farming. And then we have a nice hammock here with your bed. Next we have a small hut. A small, very compact and precise hut. There is actually no bed in here, which I just noticed. But you can see how nice this is, because you can access 8 furnaces, a crafting table, and the base layer is barrels, which is both good for storage and design. So this is actually an extremely useful house, and probably the best you could use. The best you could use a 3 by 3 by 3 or 3 by 3 by 3 interior of a house without just overusing the barrels and just ignoring the design part about them entirely and just using them and then just kind of spamming them, because the black part of the barrel, which is actually pretty nice in a lot of cases, would look a bit overdone if you had it as every block in there. Next we have a small modern house, also using wool instead of like white concrete or snow, which is what I would usually use. And in here you can see that we've just got a small space using some stone, which I would usually use a different gray block, or that's andesite, but it's a type of stone. And then some wood, which is what I would usually use, although I'd usually make it a lot larger. I don't know why you would want a modern house so small, but you could include some barrels, and up here you'd actually have a pretty good amount of space. And here's a bed with signs on it, and you can see I have my name here, and I have some other important messages that you should totally pay attention to right here. And while I'm going to the next one, you should probably consider those messages and actually do the following. Do them. Next we have everyone's favorite, the dirt hut. Nothing special. This is pretty much the basic house that you would make in like one day in Minecraft. If you're not doing completely crazy stuff. And you can actually, and some nice parts about the house is that you can easily have a farm. In fact, you could probably have some water coming in through the ceiling, and you could then have a farm up here as well, using the type of hoe that I always use in survival if I get like a stack of diamonds or so. And then you could just fill it with all your seeds, and you actually have a surprisingly good starter base, even if it's not the most attractive one. Next we have everyone's first, or never mind, this isn't everyone's first day Minecraft house. This is meant to be a village house, but I actually turned off village spawns and that kind of thing in this world when I created this world. But so I just did my best to recreate a village house, and here's all you have to do to make it your own. I've actually cleaned up the interior and put in some chests and furnace and stuff, but all you have to do to claim a villager house is put a sign on there and say it's your house, and you could put a sign on there saying like it's an eviction notice or something to make the villagers have to leave, just to make it a bit more official. And last, we have what everyone does in Minecraft if they are nowhere near their house on a single player world, to just skip through the night. They just hide in a hole and wait till night's over. They can actually expand out on this quite a lot to make a nice cave house, although I obviously can't because this is a flat world, so it doesn't really have that much room. Well, there we have it. Those are 10 or so starter bases in Minecraft. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.